Team will respond immediately. Piston fans, the first 6,000 of you who come through the gate.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That incredible performance was from Skylar Cole, singing our national anthem. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Brent, this should be a very intriguing matchup. Both these teams feature some very athletic players.
Well, if we get out in transition, Kevin, there's definitely some top 10 moments that are going to come up. A bunch of high flyers on both of these rosters, and we expect to see a lot of airtime from these players tonight.
And you know, with MP, he doesn't hide the fact that he's out to inflict maximum damage at the offensive end of the floor.
And that should have every other team in the league on high alert. When MP says something like that, they're not empty words. One thing, though, he'd better be ready for a lot of defensive attention. Stopping MP is going to be the priority for every defense they face.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got DeAndre Ayton and Vernie Simons out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's the prodigy, and it's Williams at the 4. And with that, let's go over to DA with a report on MP.
Well, guys, we got the makings of a shootout in this one with guys on each team that can fill up the scoreboard. When I asked MP if there would be an emphasis on defense, he said, sure, DA. That's for the rest of my team. My job is to put up points, lots of them. We'll see how that plan works out. Kevin?
Well, defense is huge, but man, the kid can score. I've loved watching his game, and this should be interesting. And he drives in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
There's a lot of people who are very curious about Ayton and the total package he is. Nice pass there.
For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked, but the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
Yeah, the two areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
Here's the prodigy to the paint. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way he was making everything from the floor.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
In the corner, Ivy with it. Puts it up from 15. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Here's the prodigy. He's covered by Thompson. Simons, the pass to the prodigy. From 7. Detroit with the rebound.
Well, after nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the defense. They finally missed one.
Here's Thompson, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Detroit ball.
Picked his pocket. Here's the prodigy, Ivy defending.
On both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Cunningham. Got it from 16 feet.
And the confidence growing from this young guard, Cunningham, dropping in the jumper.
Portland leading by 4. Here's the prodigy. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Cunningham finds Ivy. Shoots over Avdia. Avdia with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Williams passes to the prodigy. Lets it go with a 3. That one doesn't go. For Detroit, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Pistons trail by 4. And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. Back to Thompson. Here's the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And it is. And for the Pistons, they're shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got the prodigy. He's out there with Robert Williams. And it's Reith in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hi, Kevin. Well, the prodigy in the last time out against the Bucks was just phenomenal. He finished up with 65 points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We'll be looking to follow that up tonight. Guys?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep going here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Simons, he's checked in for Sharp. And Portland has possession. Here's the prodigy. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, the Blazers with the draft night trade for two-way wing Deni Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
Okay, thank you, Shams. Beasley, the pass to Hardaway. Ball's knocked loose. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's the prodigy. Pass to Reith. Here's the prodigy. He's got 12. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Ausar Thompson. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Detroit making a switch here. Sasser's checked in. Here's the prodigy. Tries again. Beasley with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, the prodigy.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
And Portland making a change here. Ayton's checked in. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Take a look at the prodigy, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Can't hit from 12.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Pass to Sasser. And here is Hardaway to the right side. 4 on the clock. Williams comes with a double team. From outside the arc, the Trailblazers pull it in.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far. No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Holland. He's guarded by Williams. Hardaway from outside. And it's Hardaway again missing.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Williams with the block.
Oh, electric shot blocking from the Time Lord.
Here's Sasser. Detroit, no good that time either. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's the prodigy. No good with the triple. And, well, Detroit shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that...
So it's Portland. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome. Gotta love All-Star Weekend, guys, especially when it comes to the three-point contest.
I think we should have a three-point contest right now. And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first-half performance for the Trailblazers. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's the Prodigy. Hits it from three-point range. The Prodigy's got 16.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. And Duren slams it in.
Duren, one of the league's most powerful players, he doesn't mess around close to the basket.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
To the middle. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Takes the 13-footer. The shot by Ivy, no good. Portland leading by 12. Here's the Prodigy. Good on the bucket. The Prodigy's got 9 points here in the second half.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
A leaner. Nice jump shot. Good. The Prodigy's got 24.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Duren. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's the Prodigy. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And the Pistons making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Pistons trail by 16. Pass to Ivy. Down low. Here's Duren. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Ayton.
Well, a former lottery pick in Jalen Duren, and what you love about him is he plays with energy and great passion.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. And when it comes to Jalen Duren, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical and strong and can rebound and gives you a different presence on the inside.
Sharps checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's the Prodigy. He finishes nicely on the layup. The Prodigy's got 13 points in the second half.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Recent times have certainly been tough. Pistons trail by 12. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Prodigy is out there with Rob Williams. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Avdia. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Fontecchio passes to Beasley. Shoots the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Great decision by Simons. He's got the reputation of a score-first guard. He can dish it.
And here's Beasley. Pass to Holland. To the left side wing. Just 5 to shoot. Fontecchio passes to Holland. 3-pointer. Back to Fontecchio. Knocks down the 3 ball. Fontecchio's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Pistons trail by 11. Beasley outside. Pass to Stewart. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's the Prodigy. He's covered by Fontecchio. Here's the Prodigy. And that one is good. The Prodigy's got 4 this quarter.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Beasley, the pass to Stewart. Hardaway with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Denny Avdia picks one up.
He's a decent scorer, and Hardaway can get it going, so he draws defenders' attention and gets the call that time.
Cade Cunningham's checked in for Fontecchio.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
The Prodigy, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Portland.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the 3 ball. I mean, it's been falling for them. They're locked in, and with that outside shot going, that's a big difference maker.
Now Cunningham.
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses, and he has all the tools to be a very special player.
Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trailblazers excel?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
A different look here for Detroit. Jalen Duren comes in for Holland. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Beasley. And he sinks the second.
And what you get in Cade Cunningham is an oversized point guard who really knows how to use his size, see the floor, and initiate offense.
The Prodigy, no good. Pistons trail by 13. Here's Cunningham, and they cash in right away with a quick shot.
Yeah, some retro action from Cade Cunningham, the mid-range J.
Here's the Prodigy. Off target with his 3.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Cunningham with it. Duren with a screen on Simons. Deflects the pass and stolen by Williams. Now an update on Tobias Harris from Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Detroit gave us some status update. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. The next few games will be without him on the court. Of course, other players are going to have to step up to fill that role. That's all we've got, Kevin.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing. And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Here's the Prodigy, guarded by Hardaway. The Prodigy's shot is good.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out